Welcome back. This week we're going to be talking about two-step word problems. Before we move into our first example, let's take a look at some of the things we need to consider when solving a two-step word problem. I always need to identify the question in the problem. I need to then figure out what information do I need to answer the question. And finally, I'm going to determine your operations and solve. Let's apply these three things to the very first practice problem. Raymond has 427 marbles. Angeline has 394 marbles. Raymond gave away 128 marbles. How many marbles do Raymond and Angeline have together now? I'm going to go back. The first thing I need to do is identify the question. That's easy enough. How many marbles do Raymond and Angeline have together now is the question I'm trying to answer. Done. Now I need to know what information do I need to answer this question. My question is asking about the number of marbles Raymond and Angeline have together. That means I need to go back and find information that's related to the marbles. Raymond has 427 marbles. Angeline has 394 marbles. But I know that Raymond gave away 128 marbles. So these two sentences, this one and this one, have to do with Raymond's marbles. This is the only sentence that has to do with Angeline's marbles. I need all three of these to figure out how many marbles Angeline and Raymond have together. Finally, I need to determine my operations and solve this problem. Well, I know I could set up my first equation like this. Raymond had 427 marbles, then he gave away 128 marbles. If I give something away, I don't have it anymore. So I know I'm taking away or subtracting. Once I've solved this, I think I'm going to be adding because it says Angeline has 394 marbles, but that's pretty much the end of her story. I need to figure out the number of marbles they have together. Well, when I need to find something together, I'm usually putting them together. So at some point, I'm going to be adding, and I know 394 is going to be involved. I won't know what I'm putting here until I solve step 1. 427 minus 128. Well, I can't do 7 ones minus 8 ones, so I'm going to have to regroup. That means I'm bringing over 10 ones, or 1 10. So now I have 17 ones. Because I gave away a 10, I'm left with 1 10. 17 tens minus 8 tens is going to be 9 tens. If I wasn't sure, I could check that by doing 9 plus 8. 9 plus 8 is 17, so I know I'm correct. I can't do 1 10 minus 2 tens, so once again, I'm going to have to regroup going over to my hundreds. My hundreds are going to give over 10 tens, or 100, making this 11 tens. 400s gave away 100, so it's now 300s. 11 tens minus 2 tens is going to be 9 tens. So once again, I could check that by adding 9 tens plus 2 tens is 11 tens, so I know I'm correct. 300s minus 100 is going to be 2 hundreds. Raymond has 299 marbles left once he gives away his 128. Like I said before, I'm figuring out how much they have together. So that means I'm going to add 394 plus 299. 4 ones plus 9 ones is going to be 13 ones. So I know I'm going to have a 3 in the ones place, and I'm regrouping my 10. 9 tens plus 9 tens is 18 tens, plus one more 10 is 19 tens. So there's 9 in the tens place, and I'm regrouping my 100. 300s plus 200s is 500s, plus one more is 600. That means Angeline and Raymond have 693 marbles all together. Let's clear off our checklist and try one more problem. Miss Belote and Miss Walton love listening to music. Miss Belote listens to 123 minutes of music on Saturday and 118 minutes on Sunday. Miss Walton listened to 206 minutes of music during the weekend. How many minutes did they spend listening to music? So once again, I'm going to do step 1, which is identify that question. In this case, it's how many minutes did they spend listening to music? So anything that has to deal with music, I know I'm going to have to underline. And I can confirm this here with step 2. Check that off. What information do I need to answer the question? Since I'm looking for anything dealing with music, I'm going to go back to my problem. Miss Belote listens. Miss Belote listens to 123 minutes of music on Saturday and 118 minutes on Sunday. So I don't know how much music she listened to all together on the weekend, but I know the totals for Saturday and Sunday. Miss Walton listened to 206 minutes of music during the weekend. So in this case, I know how many minutes Miss Walton listened to. I've found all the information I need. Now I need to determine my operations and solve. Well, I need to know Miss Belote's total amount of minutes. So I could add 123 plus 118 as my first step. I want to know how many minutes they spent listening to music together. So that means in my second step, I'm going to end up adding again. And it's going to be to Miss Walton's total of 206 minutes. I won't know the total that I'm adding to it until I solve for Miss Belote. 3 ones plus 8 ones is going to be 11 ones. Going to regroup, that's a 1 in the ones place and a 1 in the tens place. 1 10 plus 2 tens plus 1 10 is going to be 4 tens. Fine, I don't have anything to regroup, so I can move straight to my hundreds. 100 plus 100 is 200. That means Miss Belote listened to 241 minutes of music over the weekend. Now that I know how much she listened to, I can add it to Miss Walton's total. 241 plus 206. 6 ones plus 1 1 is going to be 7 ones. 0 tens plus 4 tens is going to be 4 tens. And 200s plus 200s is going to be 400s. That means Miss Walton and Miss Belote listened to 447 minutes of music over the weekend. When you get to your practice problems, you can come back to this video as much as you need. Keep in mind these steps. Identify the question. What information do I need to answer the question? Determine your operations and solve. Have fun with your practice problems, and I'll see you again tomorrow.